Here's a practical framework you can use today. Step 1. Catch notice the moment the habit begins. Not after you've already done it for 30 minutes. Not when you're full of guilt. Right at the start, I'm about to open TikTok. I'm reaching for snacks. I'm about to check messages again. No judgment, just identification. Step 2. Question with curiosity. Ask 5 curiosity questions. Keep them concrete. Where is the urge in my body? Chest, throat, stomach, hands? What does it feel like? Tight, buzzing, restless, heavy? How strong is it? 0 to 10. If I take 3 slow breaths, what changes? Stronger? Weaker? Moves location? What's the real reward and what's the real cost? Not the imagined reward, the actual reward. That 5th question is the one that breaks the spell. Because most habits survive on fantasy. This will fix me. Curiosity forces reality. Step 3, choose. Now you choose. Option A, I'll do it, but slowly and mindfully. Option B, I won't do it. I'll do a 2-minute substitute action. Important, you're not aiming for perfect. You're aiming for learning. Every time you see clearly, the habit gets a little weaker. Let me tell you about Min, name changed, an office worker in Ho Chi Minh City. Min didn't consider himself unhealthy, but he had one pattern that bothered him. After work, especially after a stressful day, he'd stop at a convenience store and buy sweet pastries and milk tea. He knew it wasn't great, but he said, "When I'm stressed, I just want peace." Min tried the ban strategy. No more snacks. Result? Min tried the ban strategy. No more snacks. Result? He craved it more, especially on the worst days. And when he broke, he didn't just eat one pastry. He'd binge, then feel guilty, then repeat the next day. So we switched to catch. Question, choose. Day 1, he didn't quit. He observed. On the first day, Min still walked into the convenience store. The only rule was, if you're going to do it slowly, like you're collecting evidence. He bought the same pastry and milk tea. Then he did something he'd never done before. He smelled the pastry carefully. He took a bite and held it in his mouth for a second. He paid attention to the texture and aftertaste, and he asked, "Is this actually as satisfying as my brain claims it is?" He told me later. The first bite felt good. The second bite felt normal. The third bite felt heavy, kind of gross. That's a huge moment because it means the reward is no longer a fantasy. It's real data. This matches a key point that shows up in Glass's highlights. When you bring mindfulness and curiosity to the behavior, you can become disenchanted with it, less interested in repeating it. Glass day 4, he discovered the real trigger. By day 4, Min realized the trigger wasn't hunger. It was a specific emotional mix. Tension in his chest after conflict, a feeling of, "I deserve something," and that hollow stress loneliness at the end of the day. So his new question became, am I hungry or am I not? I trying to buy relief. Day 10. The urge got smaller. Min still had cravings, but they changed shape. Instead of feeling like a command, "Do it now," the urge became a sensation. Tightness in the chest, restlessness in the hands, a pull in the mind. And when he watched it for 60 to 90 seconds, it often dropped from 7 out of 10 to 4 out of 10. This is exactly why curiosity works. It breaks cravings into bite-sized moments instead of one giant, overwhelming wave. Grasp the result, realistic, not magical. Min didn't become a robot. He didn't never snack again. But his pattern changed. He stopped snacking on autopilot. His weekly frequency dropped sharply. He replaced some nights with a 10-minute walk plus water. Most importantly, he stopped hating himself. That self-hate is fuel for the loop. When you remove shame and replace it with curiosity, you change the system. Now let's talk about Lan, a university student in Hanoi. Lan's complaint was simple. I sit down to study, and then I wake up 40 minutes later scrolling. I asked her, "Do you scroll because it's fun or because it helps you avoid an uncomfortable feeling?" She thought for a while and said, "It helps me avoid starting. I feel anxious that the assignment is hard." So the trigger wasn't the phone. The trigger was anxiety plus resistance. The 90-second experiment, Lan tried a tiny rule. When she felt the impulse to open an app, she didn't forbid it. She just did 90 seconds of curious observation first. She asked, "Where is the urge in my body? What does it feel like? How strong is it? 0 to 10. Does it change if I breathe slowly?" She discovered something surprising. The urge peaked fast, then faded faster than she expected, if she didn't feed it. The 3 lines only workaround. Then we added a second step, a substitute action that was almost too easy. Open the assignment and read only the first 3 lines. Not 30 minutes, not perfect focus, just 3 lines. That did 2 things. It reduced the fear of starting. It gave her brain a new reward. Starting isn't deadly. After about 2 weeks, she still used her phone, but she stopped feeling controlled by it. And this is the big win. Not perfection, choice. Curiosity works because it changes the reward. Bad habits survive on a distorted deal. Do this and you'll feel better. But mindful curiosity forces the brain to update. Do this and here's what you actually get. Curiosity is also rewarding by itself. Here's the part people miss. Curiosity isn't just observation. It's a mental state with its own good feeling. So instead of battling cravings with stress, which often triggers more cravings, you meet cravings with a calmer, investigative mindset. And that matters because the fight mode often backfires. Technology angle, optional but relevant. The glass page also notes that app-based training can deliver these tools in the moments that matter, like right when cravings appear. That's not saying phones are good, but it's a realistic idea. The same device that pulls your attention can also deliver a reminder to pause and observe. Pick the one that matches your habit. 1. If you compulsively check your phone, say in your head, "This is an urge. Where is it in my body? What happens if I wait 90 seconds?" Then choose. Put the phone face down. Take 3 slow breaths. Do 1 tiny action. Open your task list and write the next step. 2. If you stress eat at night, ask, "Am I hungry or am I stressed? What do I actually want, food or comfort? What is the real cost tomorrow morning?" Then choose. Drink water. Wait 60 seconds. If you still eat slowly and observe honestly. 3. If you snap at people when tired, ask, "Where is the anger in my body? What is it protecting? Do I want to be right or do I want to be connected?" Then choose. Pause 10 seconds before speaking. Lower your voice on purpose. Use 1 sentence. "Give me a minute, I'm overwhelmed." 4. If you procrastinate, ask, "What feeling am I avoiding? What's the smallest start I can do in 2 minutes?" Then choose 2-minute start. Open file, write 1 line, read 3 lines, create the outline. Day 1, choose 1 habit, write your most common trigger. Day 2, practice only catch. Every time it happens, mark a tally. No fixing. Day 3, add body location plus intensity 0 to 10. Day 4, add the 90-second pause once per day. Day 5, if you do the habit, do it slowly and observe the real reward, yours cost. Day 6, choose 1 2-minute substitute action. Day 7, review. When was the urge strongest? What made it weaker? What did you learn? If you do this honestly, you'll notice a shift. You're not a person with no urges. You're a person who can see urges clearly. Here's the takeaway. Bad habits live on the fantasy of the reward. Curiosity turns on the light. When you see clearly, the spell breaks. You don't need to become perfect. You just need to become aware again and again until the habit stops feeling worth it. If you want, comment. The 1 habit you're working on. The trigger you notice most often. Have you ever promised yourself, "Tomorrow I'll stop scrolling. Tonight I won't snack. I'm going to focus, no checking messages. I won't snap at people I love." And then, 3 hours later, you're doing the exact thing you swore you'd stop? Here's what I want to say right up front. If that's you, it doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you lack discipline as a person. Most people are disciplined in some areas of life and still lose to a tiny habit that shows up at the wrong moment. Today, I'm going to walk you through a surprisingly simple approach. To break a bad habit, you don't always need to fight it harder. You need to see it more clearly. And the tool for seeing clearly is not harshness, not self-shaming, not I must be stronger. It's curiosity. Sounds soft, right? Almost too soft to work. But stay with me. Because if you can learn this one skill, you can apply it to compulsive phone checking, stress eating, procrastination, emotional outbursts, even habits that feel wired into you. In the middle of this video, I'll share 2 real-life stories set in Vietnam, one about stress eating after work, and one about phone addiction while studying, so you can see exactly how this plays out in daily life. And at the end, I'll give you a simple 7-day challenge you can start today. Pick one habit you want to change most. Just one. Keep it in mind. And let's start. A habit isn't a moral failure. It's a brain shortcut. Your brain is a survival machine. It constantly asks, what gives me comfort fast? What removes discomfort fast? What reduces uncertainty fast? So your brain learns using a very old mechanism, reward-based learning. Think of it like this. Your brain is always running a 3-step program. Trigger, cue. Something happens, an emotion, stress, boredom, loneliness, a situation, sitting at your desk, lying in bed, a social cue, seeing others smoke, seeing a notification behavior. You do the familiar action, scroll, snack, smoke, check, email, snap at someone, escape into gaming, reward. You get something, a hit of pleasure, relief from tension, a distraction. I feel better for a moment. The trap is simple. Rewards arrive immediately, consequences arrive later. So the brain overvalues the short-term relief and undervalues the long-term cost. Here's a key line to remember. Many bad habits are quick solutions to uncomfortable feelings. Most people try to quit habits with a banned strategy. I'm done. Never again. No more sugar. No phone in bed. Sometimes that works, briefly, but often banning makes the forbidden thing feel bigger in your mind. You're basically staring at the habit all day while saying, don't think about it. And there's another problem. When you're tired or stressed, your self-control system gets weaker. That's why the habit returns at night, after conflict, after a long day, or when you feel overwhelmed. So if willpower is unstable, we need a strategy that doesn't depend entirely on willpower. Here's the flip. Don't aim to win by force. Aim to win by clarity. Instead of treating your habit like an enemy, treat it like a pattern you can observe. The core idea is this. Mindful curiosity interrupts the loop. You're not trying to white-knuckle your way through urges. You're learning to watch the urge like a scientist in your own body. You ask, what exactly is this urge? Where does it live in my body? What is it really promising me? What does it actually deliver? And this is the surprising discovery many people make. An urge isn't a monster. It's a set of sensations, small, shifting, and temporary. When you see that, the urge becomes something you can work with instead of something that controls you.